Hello and welcome to Leave with Love the channel. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a little break, but this is what I do. This is my day job. This is my night job, my overnight job. This is my pastime. My pastime is making these YouTube videos. I make the videos. It's to bring awareness. It's to bring awareness to black magic. I know you guys like you always talk about black magic, like oh my god. But it's like, we have to cleanse ourselves, protect ourselves. I do salt baths every day. You could use Florida water, holy water. There's always a way to cleanse yourself. They sell it. It is available to you. They won't tell you that you are protecting yourself. It's like you have to figure it out. Salt is, you can cleanse negative energies away, like to take a salt bath and wash all the negative energies away. I do that every day. I do that every day. And it's just crazy. But I wanted to talk about black magic. I wanted to talk about, the drug abuse. Drug abuse. I'm in the South Bronx. And it's a lot of drug abuse, drug addicts over here, methadone clinics over here, you know. And I wanted to talk about addiction because there was a time I wanted to be a counselor for addiction. I wanted to be a counselor for that. I was told you can never be a counselor for an addict because you're not an addict. They will never they will never listen to you because you've never experienced what they experience. I'm like, oh, like I would never be respected in the field because I'm not an addict. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to change my major, and do something else. But drug addiction is everywhere. Drug addiction, alcoholism is everywhere. But then it's also spiritual. You know, it's black magic. It's so evil and it's so bad. And then it's like it's a way a person can do a spell to control a situation. It's a spell to make you do things you don't want to do. It can make you a drug addict. It can make you be a prostitute. It can make you do all this kind of stuff. You're like, why am I doing all this stuff? And you don't even know why you're doing it. But it's because someone did a fucking spell on you. And then it's like when your vibration is low, when you're not awakened and you don't know yourself, you don't know your mind, you don't know how to protect yourself from people getting in your head and taking over your mind. And then now you're doing things that you don't want to do and you don't understand why you did it. And, that's is black magic. And then it's like you can't understand it, you can't prove it. Some people, they can be wealthy business owners, they can have everything, and then they'll just start smoking crack one day and they lose everything. And it could have been a spell was done on them. But then there's always, you want to be logical to things, and it's like it's always something. When your vibration is low, it's easy for people to get in your head and make you do things that you don't want to do, make you be a whore, make you sleep around, make you do all this stuff, and you don't know why you did all this stuff. And it's like, oh my god. But it's magic. You can't explain magic. You can't explain black magic. Nobody wants to talk about black magic. Nobody wants to talk about all the spells they do to sit there and fuck up your whole life. Nobody wants to talk about, oh, they're doing a drug addict spell, or oh, they're doing something to you to make you be an alcoholic, make you drink, make you have all these kind of feelings. That's all you want to do. You want to get high all day, you want to drink all day, and you don't understand why are you like this, why are you doing this, and you don't even want to do it, and then you keep doing it, and it's like, oh my god. And addicts, they always say they're fighting demons. Black magic, they don't put a fucking spell on you. That's what I believe. Somebody did a spell. You break up with somebody and they're mad and they want you to be an addict, and they want you to be a whore, and they want you to be all this stuff, and then they'll sit there and do a spell to manipulate the situation to work in their favor so they can talk about you and they can say all this stuff about you, that you're this horrible person and you're doing all this stuff because they did a spell for you to do all this stuff. And it's like, we as people, we have to know ourselves, know our minds, know our bodies. People do stuff to make you sick, and then you don't know why the hell you're having all these problems, and you're going to the doctor and you're doing all this stuff, all these tests, and everything is negative. But it's spell work. People are doing spell work to affect your health, to affect your looks, to affect your mental state, to make you do things you don't want to do. And it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't want to, you have to know yourself, you love yourself. Like, you know what? I'm by myself, but I love myself, and I would never, I would never. The fuck? But it's like these people, they do black magic and they think that they can control any situation. They can do anything. They can get away with anything because you can't prove it. That's the whole thing. You can't prove it. I can't prove anything. I can't prove it. This is all spiritual knowledge. This is all shit. I had to go through some things and sit there and figure this shit out. And then when I see an addict, I'm like, damn, it's a spell. It's a spell because when you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it because you don't want to do it. But when addict, alcoholism, it's just something. It's something that's making them want to do it, making them want to get high, making them want to drink, making them want to do all these things, and it's making them be a whore. When you a whore and you sleeping around and you doing all this shit, they done did a fucking spell. They done put something in your drink. They done did something to make you unaware of make you unaware, and then you doing all this shit and you don't even know why you doing it, but it's all magic. It's like everything, it's magic. And then people that play in black magic, they always tell you, don't talk about it. Don't talk about black magic. They tell you don't talk about it because they don't want other people to figure out what the fuck they're doing. They don't want you to figure out, like, oh, you trying to get me to fucking drink all day and to smoke all day and to get high all day. You don't want me to go to work. You want me to be all fucked up. You don't want me to take care of my kids. Like, there's spells for this stuff. People do this shit to other people because they're so mad that you're so fucking great and awesome and amazing and you're a good mom and you take care of your kids. But then somebody will sit there and do a fucking spell to have you all fucked up. And it's like, why is all this happening?